Good afternoon. This is Kavipriya, Assistant Professor, EC Department, SNS College of Technology. Today I am going to deliver a topic single phase induction motor. Single phase induction motor construction, working, types and applications. In general, induction motor is classified into three phase and single phase induction motors. Single phase induction motor is less expensive than the three phase induction motor. Most of our home appliances are designed to work on a single phase system. So single phase induction motor is very easier to design, it is less costly, dependable and it can be easily repaired. So it is used in most of our domestic appliances like fans, washing machine, juicer, etc. So single phase induction motor is used in fans, washing machine and mixer grinders. Single phase induction motor is more preferred over a three phase induction motor for domestic applications because of the form utility factor. And this is a stator of the induction motor, and these are all the pictures of the real time induction motor. Single phase induction motor consists of two windings. Two windings are used in stator. One we call it as a main winding. A supply will be given to this main winding. The other name for main winding is a stator winding. And second one is an auxiliary winding. In rotors, you will be having a rotor bars which are short circuited at the end by using the rings. And next is the working principle of single phase induction motor. Supply will be given to the stator winding. We call it as an even main winding. So supply will be given to the stator winding. Because of a supply, alternating current will be start flowing through the stator winding, which in turn produces a magnetic flux. We call this magnetic flux as a main flux. We are assuming that rotor is rotating and it is placed in a magnetic field produced by stator winding. So current will be start flowing in the rotor circuit. We call this current as a rotor current. So due to the rotor current, flux will be produced in the rotor winding and this flux is known as a rotor flux. So there are two fluxes. First one is a main flux which is produced by stator and second is a rotor flux which is produced by rotor. So these two fluxes will interact with each other and it produces a torque in the rotor. So torque is a driving force. So this rotates the motor. And next is the types of the single phase induction motor. Totally we have 5 types: split phase, shaded pole, capacitor start, capacitor run, permanent capacitor. First one is a split phase. In split phase induction motor we have two windings, main winding and the auxiliary winding, and will be having a centrifugal switch. As we all know, the single phase induction motor is not a self-starting one. We require auxiliary winding for this. So the auxiliary winding will remain in the circuit until the motor reaches the 75% to 80% of the speed. Once the motor reaches the maximum speed, the switch will get opened and the auxiliary winding will be removed from the circuit. And the remaining operation will be takes place with the help of the main winding. Here the phase difference created is very small and the torque is also very poor. So this is used in low starting torque applications like fan, blower, grinder, pumps, etc. And next is a shaded pole induction motor. Here the pole of the motor will be divided into two unequal parts and the copper ring will be attached to the smaller part. And we call this copper ring as a shaded ring or shaded band. So the part which contains a shaded ring is known as a shaded part and the remaining part is called as an unshaded part. So when a supply is given to the stator winding, a flux will be produced in the stator coil. Due to this flux, some of the stator flux will link with the shaded ring and current will be flows to the shaded ring. Because of that, the flux will be produced in the shaded ring. This flux will oppose the main flux when both the fluxes are in same direction, and it will be increasing the main flux when both the fluxes are in opposite direction. So a phase difference is created between the main flux and the rotor flux. But by this method, the phase difference created is very less and the starting torque is also very less. It is used in applications like toy motor, fan, blower, record player, etc. And third one is a capacitor start induction motor. We have a drawback of previous two methods. A drawback is a lowest torque. So that drawback is overcome here in capacitor start induction motor. In capacitor start induction motor, we will be having a capacitor and auxiliary winding which is get attached to the centrifugal switch. So once a motor reaches 75% to 80% of the speed, the switch will get open and the capacitor and the auxiliary winding will be removed from the circuit. The starting torque of this motor is very high, hence it is used in high starting torque applications like lathe machine, compressor, drilling machine, etc. And next is a capacitor start, capacitor run induction motor. Here we will be having two capacitor. One is a starting capacitor. The starting capacitor will be removed from the circuit once a motor reaches a maximum of the speed. And other one is a running capacitor. And the running capacitor is a permanent capacitor which is get attached to the circuit. Here it is used in high. Here the torque that is produced is very high and efficiency also very high. Hence it is used in refrigerator, air conditioner, ceiling fan, compressor, etc. And next is a permanent capacitor induction motor. Here the capacitor is used to increase the starting torque. Here we don't be having this centrifugal switch and all, and the capacitor is a permanent capacitor. But the torque that is produced is very low when compared to the previous method. But the power factor and efficiency of this motor are very high, hence it is used in applications like exhaust fan, blower, heater, etc. And next is the applications of a single phase induction motor. Single phase induction motor is not a self-starting one and is less efficient than the three phase induction motor. And the speed of this single phase induction motor ranges from 0.5 horsepower to 15 horsepower. But still, they are widely used in multi-purpose applications like clocks, refrigerator, fan, blower, dryer, typewriter, printer, AC, washing machine, computer, grinder, drilling machines and many other home instruments, etc. So that's all about the construction, working principle, types and applications of a single phase induction motor. Thank you.